what scares you about Uber?
Travis. I would love to be that guy. No, what scares me about Uber? Boy, I don't worry too much about it. We share Uber's seed investors are our seed investors, so we have
Awesome.
a lot of similar investors. We have friends that work there, so we know what they want to do and what they're capable of. Moving a person from A to B is basically a time and distance pricing model, especially when you're doing metered. When you're doing upfront pricing, like a very complicated, very strange shaped items coming out of very difficult areas, that pickup and a destination area, the algorithm is extremely complicated. And we've already had 2 acquisition talks just on our algorithm.
Interesting.
And so, like, we know that there's a certain difficulty, and it would take quite some time for anyone to catch up to us where that is. So, if anything, there would be like acquisition play. I think Uber is going to go into the courier world, which is much easier. That's really like courier is FedEx, UPS, Postmates. It's one person can hold something. Right. The second you get into something that needs 2 people at least to pick it up, that's household goods and freight. That gets extremely more complicated.
Yeah, and that's really interesting because Uber is what, 5-6 years old now, something like that.
Yeah.
And the amount of money they've raised and their valuation and what I think they're looking to do, it's already starting to come out of all these things that they're trying to change or markets they're going into, and it's interesting because from what you've learned, it's specifics and being experts in the niche that you are actually executing in, and there's so many different industries that they might be going into or suggested they're going into. I just doubt that they're going to be able to be the number one in all those, right? So I think for you guys is actually realizing and maintaining that you have the right model for this specific activity in this specific niche, and continuing to growing your operations in that way, and not being distracted by someone like Uber, and not being influenced and since we can move these items, let's go own this specific thing right here, because I think your industry is huge.
It's huge.
Huge opportunities, and you have a long way to go.
I would say the moving of things that are too big to fit in your Prius is 3x bigger than taxi driving. Now, don't get me wrong, like Uber's definitely looking to get outside that. That's why they're doing the courier type of stuff. But if you think about U-Haul, this is like a dad and 4 sons. They did $3 billion of sales last year.
Wow.
That's the movement of big items that you have to. People, once you start really getting this world, you're like blown away all the stuff that moves. It's like every kiosks of coins, or it's dishwashers, refrigerators, it's couches being sold and being donated or disposed. It's lumber, it's spiral staircases, hot tubs, pianos. It's absolutely insane, the stuff that gets moved around, and it is a huge market. Huge market. So it will be. It's a great place to be. Like, we're just blown away that we're fortunate to be one of the leaders, if not the leader right now, in where we're at.